Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Finally, some good words about Ukraine and about their Prime Minister, the Ukrainian Shmyhal. And I think his name is Denis Shmyhal. So Mr. Denis Shmyhal shows balls. I had no doubts that he got them. And he shows them. And I like that because I can compare that and contrast it with the Romanians' ball-less attitude regarding the European Union. Congratulations, Ukraine, congratulations. You are in no way in a position of negotiating with the European Union from any strong position. Nevertheless, you do it. Good job, good job. So let me show you two articles. First one, it is from Ukrainska Pravda, and it says Ukraine does not need quote-unquote second class European Union membership. Ukraine's Prime Minister Shmyhal. Please allow me to point out to this guy that he knows what he's talking about. And I contrast that with the Romanians. When Romania wanted to become a European Union member, it did not negotiate. It just begged. So the first rule in life, or one of the first rules in life, is respect yourself. That means you know who you are. Sometimes we're delusional and we think we're more than actually we are, but it's okay. Because in negotiations, you sometimes need to do that. Because you have to start high. He's going to start low, and maybe you meet somewhere in between, which is going to be higher than what you actually wanted. So the same here. The Ukrainians actually have nothing. They depend on the West 100% with everything. And nevertheless, Shmyhal says, you know what? You're not going to treat us like garbage. If we're going to come in the European Union, which it depends on the Europeans, again, they have nothing to give, the territory and that would be taken. I will explain that a little bit later. They have nothing to negotiate because Shmyhal, Zelensky and these guys can be removed just like this by their masters. Therefore, they have nothing. But nevertheless, in front of everyone, impress me and others probably, look at these guys. They want to be in like a full member, not like second class blah, blah, blah. Like Romania. When Romania wanted, begged the European Union, begged. Just everything. Yes, you want us to give territories? Again, we're going to give it, Bucharest said. Yeah, off. Anyway, so here it is. I'm very sour about that. You want references? Go to the Second World War, before Second World War, and you can find out how people from Bucharest gave up territories except Bucharest. Anyway, that's a personal sour moment here. But anyway, salty, angry, however we want to call it, I don't care. The fact is, these guys just got rid of people, hundreds of thousands of people that now live abroad in other countries because they wanted their ass to be safe. Like we all, right? Anyway, let's go back to this one. So I like Shmyhal. And Romania, that's how you do it. Because if you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. That means this. If someone offers you, hey, this is your seat. No, that's not my seat. That's a garbage. You take that seat. I take the other one. Why? Respecting yourself. You know that seat is beneath who you think you are. And how do you think your value? How do you get your value? By actions, by behavior, by achievements. You can't just say, well, I'm fantastic, but you didn't prove it. Prove it what? Go over there and act. You can't just sit down and say, you know what, I'm a world champion, man. If I want, I fuck everybody up. If you want, but I don't want now. Well, you're zero. It's just blah, 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 blah. All right, like Bruce Lee. He was this and that. Okay, show me who did he fight. Anybody? Oh yeah, there's some stories. I've been on the moon yesterday and I came back this morning to drink my coffee here in the office. All right, I'll give you a story. So anyway, again, with Bruce Lee and being a fighter, again, you think he's good? Bring him here. Bring Bruce Lee right now here. Bring him here. I will show you how good he is. Anyway, whistle move, but that's the reality. Then he was good as a puck, fighting. We don't know. We don't know how he can take a punch or a kick or an elbow or a slap or headbutt or whatever. Anyway, let's move back here to this article. Good job, Shmyhal. I like you for this one. I know this guy's going to end up at the International Monetary Fund, or he's going to end up at how do you call it, World Bank, one of the two. I guarantee you, if he doesn't get blown up by those evil Russians, he's going to end up, as I said, somewhere in those two world banks, International Monetary Fund or World Bank. Guarantee you. You'll see. Ukraine has sent a clear message that it will not accept second-rate membership despite France and Germany's plan for a multi-speed EU. Shmyhal stated that Kiev is seeking to become a fully fledged candidate for full-fledged membership in the European Union. And he says here, we are performing all the maximum efforts to ensure that Ukraine would become a fully fledged member of the European Union. This is of critical importance for all Ukrainians, he said. Well, good for him. The problem is he doesn't have much to offer. You say, well, he does strategically and all that. He could. The problem is they're controlled. The other ones are in charge. Al Capone is in charge. So yes, they do this, and good for them. There is like how do you call it? A homeless person. I give this analogy all the time. Like a homeless person. You feel pity for that homeless person. You say, you have nothing. You sleep outside in the elements. You shit your pants. You're dirty. Come over. You have him have a shower. You give him new clothes. You wash his clothes, you throw him in the garbage. You give him a bedroom. You give him a bathroom. You invite him to sit down. You cook steak for him. You give him some good wine. And then he said, what the fuck, the wine? He says, the wine, I don't like this wine, man. Can you give me another wine? Or, I don't like this steak. The steak is not the way I like it. Well, mother, you have nothing over there in the street. I gave you, everything I gave you is extra because I'm nice. Or I have my own interest, which is feel good about myself. This is with the altruism. Well, I'm altruistic. Yes, I'll do this. Yeah, I'm gonna help him. Yeah, that's one. But anyway, why do we help? It's a psychological gratification, self-gratification. You feel better about yourself helping, which is great. But there is one, and the other one. Well, I'm helping because if I'm helping, he sees me, and I'm gonna go over there in the realm of the. Okay, you do that. That means you do it for that, not because you feel like. Again, let's move back to this. I like Shmyhal all of a sudden because of that. Right here is Russia Today. Ukraine demands full EU membership. Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal, Denis is his name, has claimed his country is uniquely deserving to join the bloc and won't bring problems with it. I don't think so. First, you're not uniquely deserving, that's for sure. And the other one, you will not bring problems. I think you will bring a lot of problems. If Ukraine gets in the European Union will become a disastrous, unbalanced organization. Because remember, for the companies to invest somewhere, they want stability. That's the name, stability. It was told to the Romanians since 1990 to, I don't know, whenever. We need stability, stable. Why? They want to make sure that if they invest the money in a country, all right, or they get in a agreement with the country, they know that those guys will follow. You will do what you said you will do, not in Minsk. Remember, these guys lost their credibility with the Minsk agreements 1 and 2. They said they will do something and they didn't, and that was an official that became international law because they signed it. They have guarantored. They went to the United Nations and they took a dump on it. Why? Because Great Britain and Al Capone was not involved in that. Obviously, it was just France and Germany, but still, it was a legal document signed by the country, by the guys in charge, by the supposedly people with authority, legitimate rulers, democratically elected, however we want to call these mofos. Anyway, so they are not trustworthy. So the European Union wants a secure environment. How would you think you're going to have a secure environment in that corrupt country with weapons that they don't even know where they're at? And those guys will not stay in Ukraine. Once they get, let's say, in the European Union, and they can travel, or even if they can't travel, they will go to the Western Europe. They will go. And it's not for the good, for the bad. Then there's going to be instability. And guess what? United States, Al Capone will be outside, far away, over the Atlantic, watching and drinking some bourbon and smoking some Cuban cigars. They say, yeah, we did it again, those mofos, idiots, man. We play them like a fiddle right here. Exactly. That's what it is. You don't believe me? Wait. And the Europeans know it, but you have all kind of corrupt individuals that are on the payroll of someone else. Europe is done. Europe is not independent whatsoever. But hey, good job, Shmyhal. Good job. That's how you do it. You got that, Romanians? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.